it's a conversation starter as much as it is a mode of transportation. And I don't know, I'm passionate about cars, so that makes sense to me, because even a shitty car, if somebody bought that piece of crap, ugly, ooh, fuck yeah, rumble! That BMW that I just whipped past, that had a nice exhaust. And no, if a friend of mine came up to me in a piece of crap car, or a brand new car I didn't care about, I'd still be like, dude, awesome car, show me the features, let's go for a hoon, let's do burnouts. Just as much as I would if they showed up with a cool car. Because, is there snow on that? Oh, there's ice there and they're not allowed to play on it? That's cruel. But yeah, no, it's just, I have a passion about cars, so I wish every single car was a little bit unique and a little bit cool. Children playing on ice, awesome. And, yeah, no, I think cars are a great conversation starter. Ford Ranger, that's a cute little thing. And dipshit in the Civic, if he's pulled right up to the yellow, people could squeeze past him. But, yeah, no, these cars, they give people an opportunity to have something to talk about and get to know one another. And I know more than a few times I've used this car to either pick up chicks or just make new friends. People have used this car to make friends with me, particularly my Camaro, like so much attention. And I really think if you go to a car community, there are definitely dicks. There will always be dicks. And there are definitely very specific groups of the vehicle communities. Motorcyclists being the biggest one, followed by Ford owners that are very exclusive and won't include other people that aren't members of their group. But for the most part, you go to a Mopar show, a Porsche show, or a GM show, they will let you bring cars that aren't from that. Like when I went to Camaro Nationals, they let all the Firebirds in, and they welcomed Vegas, which were the budget Camaros. They let people come in with Vegas. Like, they were very open. If you drove up in a Corvette or a vintage car, they let you park it in the show lot as long as there was room for all the Camaros. And there's just a certain level of camaraderie that you find in the car world that you don't really find anywhere else. And I absolutely love that about cars, that you can be so passionate about them, and you can be a group passionate about them, and it's just, you can be inclusive. And no, like if you ever go to a car show, you don't need a car. You show up at a car show without a car, and all these people that are really proud of their car will welcome you in, they'll tell you about their car, and they'll listen to your dreams about a car. They'll listen to you talk shit. Like, we are all a little bit full of shit when it comes to our cars. Like, be it the guy who says he's gonna buy a brand new Ferrari next year when you know he never is, or the guy that says he's gonna put a big block in his car and he's never going to, or even the guy that says, oh yeah, I just did a little work when they fully restored it, you know? We're all a little bit full of shit, and we all wanna talk about our car, we wanna talk about your car, and it's a great community to be a part of. And Jesus, fuck with the traffic. That was some serious traffic. And yeah, no. You know, go to car shows, get your own car, just get something you're proud of. Doesn't need to be a vintage car like mine. Doesn't need to be a fucking really rare car. Doesn't need to be in amazing condition. And to be honest, this is the reason why I have respect for racers, why I don't think they're a throwaway group. You go to a vintage car meet, you're gonna see, like especially in Nova Scotia, you're gonna see all pristine, perfect condition cars driven by a bunch of old people that never even gotten it out of second gear. And you know, you're gonna, it's not what I'm looking for, and it's not gonna be as fun as others, because it's a bunch of people who, oh yeah, I built my car and then I polish my car, and then I tear it apart and I rebuild it, and then I polish it. That's kind of boring. What I far prefer is if you go to like a Racer Fest, you're gonna get some cars that are just holy crap over restored and they don't drive them, but you're gonna see a lot more people with like beat up Honda Civics and Accords and Integras, and you're gonna see that they work really hard. They don't just shell out money. They actually do a lot of more work themselves. They'll have mismatched paints and mismatched rims, but they'll be just as passionate about their cars as those old guys, except those racers actually go out and drive their cars. They actually go out, they daily them to and from work. They'll fucking do donuts and burnouts and drag racing in their cars. And I just feel that's a better community because they're not just about the car, they're about driving. And that, particularly to me, that's where my passion comes from. I don't really much care for doing my own work. I wish I could do more work than I can. I can't. But, seriously? The passion for me comes from driving. I absolutely love driving. I love having a good-looking, powerful, beautiful sounding car to drive around in. And yeah, no, like, that's why a lot of people are like, oh, fuck racers, they're stupid. And you know what? Yeah, there are definitely some racers that I could do without that, you know, they're just like, oh yeah, I put a spoiler on my car, now I get 400 extra horsepower. Yeah, I can do without those idiots. But, like, the ones that is just like, oh yeah, man, I just fucking thought it'd be hilarious to have an 8-foot spoiler on a Honda Civic, and I really like the way these rims look, and I like having a slammed car. I mean, yeah, it's not a performer, yeah, I can't get over speed bumps, so I just think it looks really cool, I really like it. Like, that guy I want to hang out with, that guy I want to go for a drive with, because he is going to drive his car and be passionate about it. And, you know, it's just, that's why, like, I don't throw away racers, because a lot of the times the racers get more out of their $500 Honda Civic than an old fart's going to get out of his $40,000 Camaro. You know, so I don't throw groups away just for a bad reputation, because, you know,